Well, here's what's left of the case. It come apart. I haven't got a chance to get into it much more than this. Pretty bad. This is the top. I took the handle, shit off, cleaned this with some cleaner, dish liquid. I don't know, I think a magic eraser. I might try to scrub this a little more, but there's a definite improvement. Chassis, for you guys that watched the first video, I got the knobs off and all that good jazz. The lighting ain't the best here. Let's see if it helps it. Turn the flashlight on. Got Rubicon caps in it. I even cleaned this thing once. I'm still getting dirt off of it. I gave it the old kitchen sink with a scrub brush. I managed to not screw them tubes up. No part numbers on anything. None that I could see. Like I said, I scrubbed this with the toothbrush and scrub brush every bit of an hour here the other day. Still getting mud blow by and whatnot. Man, it really sucks that this faceplate got caught on that case or mid-flight into the dumpster. But I might try to warm that off. Take a towel, a little rubber hammer, some dent pulling tools, and try to do something. This side here, he cleaned up pretty good. I still haven't figured out what kind of output tube. I guess there's some of the scouring pad jizz from the something there. What the hell that green shit is? Flux. Down there, I unsoldered the wires because they're permanently wired to that reverb tank. I just kind of half-assed that ground there to hold it, but one side of the reverb went here. I think the other side, shit, I'm gonna have to look. I should have took pictures, but he went between these two terminal strips right here and here. I think the one wire went there, and the other shiny wire there. Being that's the foil side, if they're not lying, that's going to be the low. So the ground went to that capacitor, and I imagine the speaker there, that wire there, went down to the send unit on the transducer thing for the reverb. But they're all Rubicon caps. Let's see any dates. But this is where we're at with it. Oil capacitors even. These things here is probably paper and wax. Horse shit. Gotta preserve that tone. I'll test a couple of them, make sure they're not shorted, but I ain't gonna do a whole hell of a lot here. Let's say hear some noise come out of this thing, but I ain't gonna purposely blow it up either. I'll check for dead shorts. Bring it up on the variac. see what happens here. But no tube numbers anywhere. I have yet to find a tube layout. I seen a couple places I did after I posted the first video. Come across some little information, and like I said, this cabinet, it's pretty much, I'm just gonna tear off everything I can tear. When I was scrubbing the top piece there, that they must have used some sort of a hide glue or water-based glue, because it started coming apart, which is kind of a good thing, because if I can get this Tolex off of here and get this cabinet apart, I could get this completely apart and really scrub this thing, maybe re-glue it, get the old sewing needle out, maybe do some stuff there with that, and I could re-stretch this thing here. And I'm probably going to lose that badge, but I can glue it back on with some double-sided tape. Everything in here is wooden block construction. It ain't much more different than a old tube radio, which I've done a couple of them, but I'm no woodworker. I'm not much of anything but a fucker-upper. But I try to make stuff look semi-decent, and just gonna look through this random box of tubes that should have been in the trash, but I mean, someone shows up, wants the tire changed, and comes straight from the estate auction, and they're like, hey man, I know you like tubes, so you put that tire on for 10 bucks, I'll just give you this son of a bitch. And I'm like, yeah, why not, dude? Because I mean, I just looking in there for a minute. I mean, bitch, seen some better days. I had this, unfortunately, there was some really nice sweep tubes in here. There's a couple Jenny's capacitors. These are, I believe, mercury arc rectifiers, which, you know, I'll hook them up to the flux capacitor. And there's some nice tubes in here that are kind of weird. Like, how the hell did that happen? Did that rub the inside when they put that in there? 'Cause there ain't nothing loose. I mean, is that factory? They slid that in there and it wiped off that covering? Maybe just a random box. I think I separated everything that I'm thinking here that I need. I don't know what this is here. National Union. That's a 1625. I don't know if that's some sort of a rectifier or not. I don't see no mercury in there. It looks a little bit more complicated than a rectifier. Joint Army Navy. Ooh. Joint Army Navy. Z5 1525. What the? That says 1625. I don't know. There were just some fat some bitches in here. I couldn't pass this up for 10 bucks. This ain't gonna help us on the That's a nice 6x6 there. Whew, I want to put him in something. 6K6. I got a pile of these. Oh, here's a tall bastard. What's him? Sylvania. 935. I'm looking at it here. I'm going to set him off to the side because he's kind of tall. He ain't tall enough. We're going to set him off the side. Watch his ass roll on the floor and break. It's a ballast tube. Oh, I guess there is. Oh, there we go. Look at this bastard right here. Here we go. 6 EM5. Set that off to the side. We'll put this other one here away because he's a tall one. He's gonna be a tall something here. What's this here? 6X4. Is he a tall guy? Kind of, but he's that little tiny